touch as one of their love languages, primary or secondary, you have to learn it intentionally. You have to, in the parts of their body that they will feel loved. You hug them, you hold them by the shoulder, you give them a peck, you do whatever. If you are not married, don't try these things at home. You know. But if you are married, you have the liberty to do all you can do. So, physical touch is very important. It communicates love. And if you have a spouse that is like that, you have to learn it. Don't say, I'm not somebody that holds hands. I don't like to hold hands. When I hold hands, my hands start sweating. Then take face towel. When it sweats, remove the hands. Clean. Then go back. Alright? In physical touch, you know, when people are in moments of difficulties, crisis, somebody goes through something, you call them and you hug them. You know, people feel really loved. You hug somebody, you say, don't worry, it's going to be all right, to be fine. They feel loved. So through those things, you can communicate love. So you can touch your spouse in funny ways. It doesn't always have to be those, you know, you can just playfully, you just tap them. You tap them on the shoulder. You make some jokes with them. You rub their shoulder. Sometimes I tickle my wife's under her feet. She doesn't like it, or it makes her feel, you know. So but I just, if I want to look for trouble, once I just do that, she just moves. So those kind of things, they are loving things that you can do. All right. So those are simple things that make people feel loved. Don't let somebody go and be hugging your spouse outside. They're giving them hugs. Say, I love your hugs. They are warm. Some people tell you they love to be hugged. Some people are like that. Don't say, so worldly, so carnal. No. Probably he was hugged so much when he was young. Some love to be hugged. Some don't love to be hugged. But if you love to be hugged, tell your spouse, let them know, so they can hug you. There's nothing wrong in hugging your spouse if your mind is pure. If you are not yet married, be careful, so that it doesn't lead you to where you don't want to go. But you can make different gestures. You are going out, you hold hands, you are just in a place, you just make some funny gestures that communicate love. Are you still there? You can do a massage. You should learn how to do massage. You can massage your spouse. Your spouse likes, some people don't like massage. Say, why is your hand so hard like this? Don't touch me. Oh. But you know, you can learn massage. Like I told you, I'm particularly talking more about marriage because I want you to marry. So you can learn massage. Your spouse has a long day. Say, please, can you just help me massage my back? Say, I don't know how to massage somebody. And then you take rub or aboniki, rub. Say, this one is faster. My mother taught me that this one is faster. Aboniki will work. You rub aboniki. So what your back should be doing, or what your hand should be doing, aboniki is doing for you. Very soon, aboniki will take your spouse from you. So learn massage. Now, well, if you are in a relationship, you can still do some little kind of massage. You can still, somebody's hand is, you can do a little. You can actually still massage their shoulder. Just ensure that you are staying within the right boundaries. And you're not looking for trouble. Don't massage them when you are alone. If you massage when you are alone, things will happen. Things will happen. And God will be there. But he'll be shaking his head and say, my children. So, learn all those things. Basic little things that you can do for each other. So, people feel loved when you do those kind of things to them. So let's wrap up. Let's try to wrap up. So what do you do when somebody is a physical touch person around you? I've already given you signs. As you walk around in public, you can just hold their hand. Hold your spouse's hand, and then except you have people walking with you, or a child or children walking with you, you should hold children if you're in a public place. Don't hold each other and leave your children. So don't worry. I'm expressing love language to my wife. Small children are holding themselves. They want to cross the street. Say, I'm loving my wife. No, don't be foolish. Hold the children. All right. So sometimes intentionally, these are like nice stuff, gestures. Especially if you're married. You know, maybe you're sitting across the dining. You can intentionally use your leg to touch your spouse's leg. Nice gesture. Some of you are feeling like, wow, this love thing is sweet. Oh. Now, ensure that your spouse has that as love language. Otherwise, the response, why are you dating my leg? Why are you dating my leg? The person will receive it as dating the leg. Whereas another person gets it as an act of love. So, you're just across, you just tap them. You just let your, leg touch their own leg. If you have a dog, ensure it's not a dog that your leg is touching. Ensure they are the ones. So, if the person's love language is physical, you can just, as you meet them, walk up to them, put your hands around their shoulder or their neck region, just hold them like this. You know what I'm saying, right? Just hang your hand around them, and then you are conversing with them. You are talking with them, looking into their eyes, talking with them. People feel loved. That some of you are really feeling like you should be in love now. Huh? If you are in church, for example, now, and the pastor says, Papa, hold your neighbor's hand. And so if your spouse is beside you, hold their hand. You want to say a prayer, hold their hand. Let them be the one you hold their hands. Don't turn to another person and hold the other person's hand. So you can make those basic things. If your spouse is sitting, for example, now you can go from behind and just play with their shoulders. Just maybe do a little shoulder massage. Or just play with their hair a little bit. It will shock you that some people, if you touch their hair like this, boy, fireworks in the head to shock you. Some of you can't relate with these things. I understand. I know how you grew up. Now, well, sex is part of it, but it's not for many of you. So those things I will teach the ones that need to hear them, so that I don't stir up the wrong desires in you. All right. So if there are activities you can do that require physically touching each other, you can do those things. You can sit close to each other in a place just to feel the warmth of each other, if your love language is physical touch. So all those things, very, very vital. You are married, your spouse returns, give them a hug. Don't say, why are you so late? You came in late. You didn't see bus. Somebody had a long day. The first thing you do, hug them. Somebody is in tears, hug them. You want to welcome them, give them a hug. If your spouse's love language is physical touch, when friends are around, when family members are around, you can actually touch them in their presence. Now, you can hold their hands, you can be playing with their hands while you are talking. Those ones will be feeling like, wow, this guy really loves his woman. So you can just hold your hands, play with their fingers, all of that. So, let me give you one or two more. I think I'll just stop there. Let me stop there. We're going to pass your questions around. I'm running up now. So, how do you find your love language? Basic steps. How do you find your love language? The first thing is do. Something that when somebody doesn't do it, when it is not done, you feel pained. That is, if you're